Hey everybody. For those of you who paid attention in my last video, you probably noticed that I got a Gen 4 Glock 19. Now, some of you might be wondering, why did I choose a Gen 4 over the Gen 3 Glock 19? Well, you can see most of the reasons right off the bat here. You might be me and just see a Glock, but for the Glock fanboys, most you could probably tell why tell this from a Gen 4 from a Gen 3 just based off of this look. First off, the big selling point of the Gen 4 to me was the enlarged magazine release. You see, on the Gen 4's mag release is exponentially larger than the Gen 3's mag release. I remember going to a gun shop and testing out and feeling for myself the difference between the Gen 4 and the Gen 3 Glock 19. And I remember with the Gen 3, I had to consciously push with my thumb the mag release in order for the magazine to come out. The larger mag release here makes it so much easier to just drop it on my keyboard. It much more easily. It ejects the magazine much more easily with less effort. So, just the ease of this was a major selling point for the Gen 4 over the Gen 3. Now, another reason, sort of a small reason, I didn't really pay much attention to this, but the trigger pull on the Gen 4 seems a little bit better than the Gen 3 to me. That's probably subjective. However it is. It's my opinion. Probably doesn't hold much water, but I like the trigger break on the Gen 4 over the Gen 3. If they had a Gen 4 Glock, if they had the Gen 4 Glocks out when I was looking into buying a handgun, I might have liked Glocks a little bit better than I did at the time, but the trigger break here is better. Another reason that Glock was incredibly smart for implementing the backstraps. I mean, that was one of the major selling points of the M&P over the Glock to me, was the integrated backstrap, or the interchangeable backstraps, whatever. But the M&Ps came standard with the beaver tail, and you'll notice I have a beaver tail backstrap on here. I actually have the medium-sized beaver tail backstrap on here. Anyways, but that's one of the major selling points of the M&Ps to me over the Glocks was most of the modifications I saw people do to their Glocks to make it the perfect gun was a lot of stuff that came on standard on the M&P. I mean, they changed the sight. Most people when they get Glock immediately change the sights out. They put some sort of backstrap on there. They put the enlarged magazine release and just all this other mess. But you look at the M&P, and all the modifications they made to their Glocks are already standard on the M&P. So that is why I still prefer M&Ps over Glocks. But the Gen 4 definitely sort of gives the M&Ps a run for their money. But the backstrap makes the Glock so much more comfortable for me, and I like shooting it a lot better with the beaver tail. To me, I've appendix carried this for about 2 weeks maybe, pretty much every day, and the beaver tail hasn't made too much of a difference to me. Anyways, this just makes it more comfortable to shoot, and I like shooting the Glock a lot better with this beaver tail on it, so I don't get slide bite that everybody complains about. Anyways, magazine release for then. I think Glock improved the sights on the Gen 4. I'm not entirely sure that it's too much of an improvement, but you'll notice the Gen 3s, I believe, had the U-shaped rear sight and the box-shaped front sight, but this is, you might be able to tell, here it's a bead, or it's a dot front sight and a U-shaped rear sight. Not that much of a difference, but it's still a little bit of a difference. Another reason I chose the Gen 4 over the Gen 3 was the Gen 4 comes with 3 mags straight out of the box, whereas the Gen 3 only has 2 mags straight out of the box. So that was a major difference for me, because if I bought this on separately, it would have been $30 or so, but came with the package. big selling point. And yes, I carry all 3 magazines. 1 in the gun, 2 on me. If you can carry more ammo on you, why not? I'm not planning on charging into combat anytime soon, but most people don't plan on getting in car accidents either, and plenty of them happen every day. Anyways, major selling point. 3 mags over 2. Let me see. So yeah, that's pretty much the reason when I decided to move up to a Glock 19 why I chose the Gen 4 over the Gen 3 Glock 19. It was a lot more comfortable to me. The grip, that was another thing I didn't quite mention, is the grip felt a lot better to me. I don't know what difference the Gen 4 was to the Gen 3. Maybe it was more aggressive stippling. Maybe these swells right here, or these divots right here, felt more enhanced and more comfortable to me. I don't know. I just like the grip a lot, on the Gen 4 a lot better than I did on the Gen 3. Anyways, improved trigger, larger mag release on the Gen 4, backstraps, different sights, more magazines. Those are the reasons that I bought the Gen 4 over the Gen 3. You might agree with me, you might disagree with me, whatever. Tell me why you prefer the Gen 3. If you prefer the Gen 3 over the Gen 4, put that in the description box below. If you agree with me, put it in the description box below also why you agree with me. And with that, I'll remind you all to walk Christian walk and carry a loaded Glock. Yes, this was loaded. Yes, this was loaded throughout the entire video. You can be safe with a loaded gun. Who'da thunk it?